Hey there, Elisa, half Asian tarot queen. I'm back doing another reading. I'm drinking my tea. It's a London fog. It's kind of my drink of choice. And yeah, I guess I'm dishing out the tea and the tarot for today. Just another plug behind me, my vegan cheese factory, which I am in the process of liquidating. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is a swinging single independent person who's kind of made it on their own. This energy has been coming up a lot in the readings. I think in not yesterday's but last week's love reading, that came up. I'm gonna put a link to that in here somewhere. This card has come up a lot, and I keep likening it to the Frank Sinatra song, "I Did It My Way," because there's a single person that's kind of risen above a bunch of drama and conflict, which is interesting because that was a major theme in the readings over the weekend. So I'm going to pull some overall energies for the reading before I get into it. Also, just a little plug. Behind me, we have my vegan cheese factory, which is now currently being liquidated. And so just a little plug for restaurant equipment. I am selling a bunch of really high-quality restaurant equipment, and I still have a little bit of it left. So if you're interested in something like that, I'm in South Minneapolis. Right now I've got a really nice freezer, reach-in cooler. I still have the reverse osmosis water filtration system. I've got a few dehydration units left. I've got lots of dishes, Cambros, sheet pans, tons of china caps. I've got a chest freezer, some ice chest, there's a bunch of stuff here. So, feel free to reach out if you're interested in anything like that. Just wanted to do a shout out and a plug for that. So, when I pulled these out of the box, these 2 cards, this was at the bottom, and then this one was stuck in the box. So, the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. This 5 of Cups has been a real prominent energy in the readings this week too, because this is the energy that needs to be healed to step into the abundance. So I would check out like the new moon in Sagittarius reading, but basically I feel like it's turned up in almost every reading this week. So I'll put links to some of those readings here, but yeah, it's like someone's at the end of their rope. This energy needs to be healed. Like we can't ride this train anymore. Like this person's beaten, bruised. They're ready for a change, That's what I'm getting. But at the bottom of the deck here, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is an empire. This is like a beautiful, abundant, happy situation. So I think this is kind of where we need to focus our minds, because it's like on the other side of this healing there's a reward. So just keep this in perspective. This is a difficult moment, but we're kind of working through these energies so that we can bring in the abundance. There's actually a video from last week, and I think it's titled "Healing Leads to Abundance and Love." So I'll put a link to that. But this is a major message that's been coming through this week, and there's like clearly some some major shifting of mindsets that's going on to support this change, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I pulled some overall energies for the reading from the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. So we've got Justice. So this is also a theme that's been coming up a lot, where there's been some wrong that's been being righted, and this toxic situation which was being healed, and that this was like paving the way for some abundance to come in. So again, like the healing leads to abundance video that I just linked, I would check that out. And then we have this Queen of Pentacles, which this Queen of Pentacles, so this is like a nurturing, loving, matriarch, businesswoman, you know, someone you want to have on your side. And this, in the last week, there's been, you know, I've really been invoking the narrative of the archetype of the divine feminine, and this Queen of Pentacles, I think, has been embodying that energy a lot. So, and there has been a storyline called Phoenix about this King of Pentacles who like rose through the ashes of destruction to step into this new empire. And what had to happen in order for this to come into fruition was he had to right some wrong that had happened to this Queen of Pentacles. So this Queen of Pentacles is coming into her justice, and then we have the Chariot card. So stepping into her power. So again, if you go back and look at the reading, Justice for the Divine Feminine from a couple days ago, which I'll link here, this woman had been through the ringer, and she just kind of pulled into herself, focused on her own stuff, and she built the foundation for something real solid and kind of stepped into her power. And so that's sort of like what's happening here. Like she stepped out of the situation. She focused on, you know, building a foundation on good karma. And then now the tables are being turned and justice is being served in this situation. So that is that's some tea right there, you know. that's a situation that's definitely going to cause some upheaval for sure, you know. So on that note, I'm going to pull some cards for the general energies of the reading from my Bianco Nero deck. So this is a black and white deck. I've been finding it to be super grounding in this moment of tumult and change. And I'm just going to pull some, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull some general energies for the reading. Because, yeah, there's definitely some climactic storylines that are going down right now. And it's very interesting stuff. But, oh my gosh, this is quite the story that's coming through here. Definitely some, it's a dramatic moment, you know, but it sounded like whatever it was that had been oppressing this Queen of Pentacles for some time, and again, you can go back and look at the Phoenix thread, you can look at the Dynasty thread, you can look at the Epic Love Saga thread, because these are some storylines that are kind of all intersecting around this narrative of the divine feminine, which I kind of like stumbled into. We have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and that's interesting because the Nine of Cups has been coming up a lot, and also an energy that's really been circling, orbiting around the divine feminine right now is the Star card of wishes coming true. So, you know, there's some justice that's being served, and finally the oppression is being lifted from this person, and their wishes are starting to come into fruition. So it's actually kind of beautiful, you know. But when I go into the general energies, it's like, you know, oftentimes when you have like a big moment of change, and it's a big change, you know, you kind of have to move through some darkness. It's always darkest before the dawn, you know, and that's kind of what seems to be happening, because there's this toxic energy that needs to be healed and released in order to open the way for this new beginning to come in, you know. So we have the Nine of Wands here again, you know, so this is a wounded warrior. This is someone that's been through some battles. They're beaten, they're bruised, they're not, you know, they haven't given up, but they're thinking about it, you know. Then we have the Five of Pentacles again. So this is like been coming up a ton in the last week as the energy that needs to be healed. You know, this has come up in the weeks leading up to this has been circling around this stalker situation. So there's a thread on the channel called Stalkers, where it's just talking about this toxic situation, and part of that is being supported by this Five of Pentacles energy, this energy of lack and feeling like you're not enough, you don't have enough, you're not worthy of love, you know, and that's attracting this toxic situation that's been oppressing this Divine Feminine Queen of Pentacles energy for a while, you know, and this is the energy that needs to be healed to like make this situation right, you know. But we also have the Nine of Swords here, because obviously this is a super toxic energy that needs to be released, you know, and it's like coming to the surface, and you know, it's not very pleasant, you know. This is like anxiety, sleepless nights, you know, worry, and like the advice that's been coming through real strong this week, and especially if you go back and look at the new moon and Sagittarius reading, is like you know, please be intentional about not hanging on to this energy, you know, and knowing that this is a moment in time, and shifting your focus on moving forward through this energy and not getting stuck here, because you don't want to, you know, this energy is being released. You don't want to keep attracting that situation to yourself. You know, you have to be super intentional about like letting it go, so that you can make room for a more positive beginning. So that's some real prominent advice that's been coming through a bunch this week. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is building a solid foundation, you know, that's grounded and stable, you know, and this is the beginnings of that. And we have the Seven of Cups, which is like confusion, and we have the Queen of Swords. So this is the no-nonsense queen. This energy has also been orbiting around the Divine Feminine archetype this week. If you go back and look at the reading from a couple days ago, Justice for the Divine Feminine, you know, this is a no-nonsense queen that's not taking any guff. She's just like, this is the truth, cutting through the BS, and like, you know, she's just like laying down the law. Like, this is what's going to happen. These are my boundaries, and that's what it is, you know. And so this queen has had enough of this toxic situation, and she's like stepping into her power and laying down the law, and she's laying down the foundation for a more stable new beginning. And this is causing all kinds of confusion and drama, and it's causing this toxic situation to come to light, which is, you know, it's not an easy situation, you know. And then this extra card fell out, the Hermit, which has also been coming out a lot. So this can be a Virgo energy, but this is someone who's kind of just like gone inward and just sort of disengaged from drama, and is just like looking at the spiritual lesson, you know. And so that's kind of the energy. This Queen of Pentacles, this Queen of Swords, you know, they're like, nope, we're disengaging from this situation. We're starting our own foundation on more stable ground, you know, where justice reigns, you know. So if it's like, if you guys want to hang out in this nonsense and keep perpetuating that, you know, help yourself. But like, we're moving on from this, you know, because there's no point. Like, this isn't going anywhere. It's not going to get better. And like, this queen is in her power, and she's got better things to do than hang out here supporting this nonsense, right? So I'm going to pull 3 more cards from the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot to get some guidance for how to move through this energy, because this is obviously some real big shifts that are like pretty heavy, you know. But, you know, it's just, in moments like this, it's important to just like keep your eye on the prize and keep moving forward, because, you know, nothing's gonna happen from hanging out wallowing in misery, you know. So it's like, be super intentional about what you support with your energy, so that you can stay in alignment with how things are moving, and not on the regrets from the past. It's like a really, really important energy. Oh, and yeah, right as I said that, this comes out, you know, which that's what this card means, you know. So yeah, the advice I get, we've got the three of Cups. So this is like a reunion. It could be a reconciliation. It's like a celebration, you know. And it fell right on top of this Three of Pentacles and this Nine of Wands, you know. And so it's just like, obviously this situation has been being blocked. Like, this is the wrong that's being righted, you know. So it's like, take heart and keep the faith, which actually was yesterday's reading. Keep the faith, because this is the right thing, you know. Like, this is the foundation for the new beginning, you know. So don't get discouraged. And then we have the Emperor. So this is the counterpart to the Divine Feminine. So this has been coming up in the readings this week too, around the Divine Feminine. And then, you know, there was this the King of Pentacles, this person's counterpart, who, you know, these were like, they were oppressed and they're coming into their power. So the Emperor and the Empress are, you know, they're being transformed into the Emperor and the Empress by healing this feeling of lack and this confusion, you know, like by coming into focus, stepping into their power and like standing their ground, you know. They're stepping into their power, you know, and they're basically laying the foundation for a new empire that's being born. And then, you know, just a reminder, so right over the Queen of Swords and right over the Nine of Swords, you know, is this reminder, like, this Queen of Swords has come into focus. She's no longer spending any energy on what's been lost, you know. She's turned around. She's telling the truth. She's let go of this Nine of Swords anxiety, and she's, you know, you've got to be intentional. Step into your power, and it's, you know, within your power to turn around and see the two cups in front of you. As long as you're facing back, you're not going to see that because it's behind you. Like, and it's up to you. Like, you got to be the one to turn around, you know. So that's the advice. Some really powerful advice for right now. I'm going to pull a card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle just to get, you know, final message, because, yeah, there's some big stuff going down this week, and it's, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. All right. Wow. Okay, so we've got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So we are right on the cusp, you know, some magical, like, healing transformation. And then we have the mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. So yeah, it's like, this wrong is being you know, this wrong is being righted. Healing is happening. You know, you've got the power. You know, just remember that, and remember, you know, your power is where you focus your energy. So don't focus your energy on this, because this is all just getting washed away. This is floating down the river. You know, don't get stuck in this energy. You know, focus on what you want to bring in. Focus on justice. Focus on the wrong being righted. Focus on your power. Stepping into your power. And this is all going to be okay, you know. Just turn around. So, good luck with that. And I feel like you've got it in you, you know. Just keep moving forward. Like, this is big. And I got you. All right, see you later.